What's up, y'all? So, as I can tell, I'm taking a walk at the moment. Just got some things on my mind, and I really just am honing in on focusing on you, right? What that really looks like in the world of busyness and trying to be enough for everybody, trying to make sure that you're accomplishing everything that you want to, and knowing what that really looks like, you know what I'm saying? And like trying to focus on you is going to require you to take away distractions. It's going to require you to not know everything about everything. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, the only thing you can control is you. The only thing that you have power over, the only person that you fully know is yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to come to a certain point in your life where you're going to have to let people go. It's going to come to a certain life where you're going to have to make tough decisions, but it's going to be for the growth of yourself. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have to realize that it truly does just take for you to focus on you. You have to, the way I like to say it, and the way I say this on like most of my videos is that you're the only one that's in control of getting to where you need to get to. It's only up to you. But like I said, that's gonna come with all these other things that is gonna require you to actually just focus on you. So what does that really look like? And what steps does that really take for you to actually start focusing on you? First thing that I'll say whenever it comes to focusing on you is not having to know all the details. Not having to know what people think about you. Not having to know why that girl didn't like you. Not having to know why you didn't get that job. Why you didn't have to, why things just didn't work out, right? That's just a position that you're gonna have to be okay with not knowing. Honestly, I think that knowing all the details anyway, in any situation, isn't really the best thing. Now, granted, some details is like, that's crucial, that's critical information. But other information, it's like, what was the point of me knowing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if you went on a date, you met up with this girl, and she sat there and was like, hey, you stink. Your breath stinks, your teeth are yellow, you need a haircut, you need to get your stuff together. Granted, you don't want to hear that, but like I guarantee you she's not the only person that's thinking that. You know what I'm saying? She's not the only person that's thinking, this guy right here needs to get his life together. But other criticism or other small details of, knowing the nitty and gritty of different stuff, you know what I'm saying, is really going to hinder the growth that you can have, because then you're going to be sitting there, you're going to be stuck in your own head. Because you know the details, you're going to be sitting there stuck in your own head. And that's why whenever I interact with people, I don't really get all the details. You know what I'm saying? If a girl did me wrong, or, if I'm interacting with somebody and I don't need all the details, like I just don't ask. I don't see the point of having all the details. That's why I don't like questions. Because I'm like, what's the point of you knowing these details? You know what I'm saying? If you could help me understand what this detail that you're asking me for is going to help you with, then sure, maybe I'll give that detail to you. But down the road, that detail is just going to eat at you. And what it's going to do for you is that it's just going to put you in a headspace where you're like, man, maybe I'm not enough. Maybe I should have done this better. I should have done this differently. Maybe it's going to make you hate the person even more, whatever the situation is, right? But at the end of the day, you don't need all the details. So if you're trying to fetch for all the details from old girl or from your coworkers or your managers, like, you just got to adjust and adapt to not knowing everything, because there's really no point to knowing everything. Second thing, like I said, is that you're going to have to let people go. Focusing on you requires isolation. Isolation really comes down to knowing whenever you're trying to find your own identity and finding out who you want to be, it's going to come with lots of people, lots of friendships, lots of relationships, lots of anything, man. Whatever God decides to take away from you so that you can focus on him and yourself. And that could be even outside of people. That could be a loss of money. That could be a loss of time. That could be a loss of materialistic things. Like, that could be a loss of anything. But like I said, at the end of the day, it really comes down to who are you going to be? And if you're really trying to focus on what you look like and what your future looks like, it's gonna require change. It's gonna require you to let people go, let situations go, for you to get to that next level. So, you know, I just need people to realize, man, we're trying to be better. That's the whole point of this channel. It's the self-improvement, and to really hone in on who you want to be, finding your identity and being better overall. And if that's not a case that you want to be at, or if that's not a position that you want to put yourself in, then it's going to be very difficult for you to live life. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be very hard for you to figure out who you want to be. And the thing is, like I said, man, when we're trying to really figure out what life looks like and really hone in on who we're supposed to be, who God's created us to be, it really takes like a really big toll on our mental. Only reason being is because at the end of the day, you're going to have two decisions. First decision is living an average life. Second decision is living the life that God has called you to be. Two decisions. And whenever you're trying to figure them out, it's gonna be difficult. Y'all should definitely go check out my other video, because I just made a video about understanding the grind and what they don't tell you. And the thing is that, like I said in that video, is that as we're trying to figure out what the grind looks like, we're trying to figure out why people, or we're trying to figure out what that really looks like for us to be better. And that's gonna come with loss, that's gonna come with hardships, and really whatever that takes. You know what I'm saying? But that's just a decision that we gotta make. It's interesting decisions that we gotta make as humans, man, as we're trying to work on ourselves, as we're trying to be better. It's difficult, you know, but at the end of the day, it's worth it, because then as you go day by day and as you go situation by situation, you start understanding who you are and who God's called you to be. And that's really all you can ask for. The cool thing is, like, especially in my world, with me impacting people, rather on content creation or with my business, like helping people financially, you know, meeting people of all different situations, everyone is literally trying to find what is gonna work for them and what's gonna get them to the next level. And what people sometimes fail to realize when you're trying to focus on yourself is that it's gonna take risk. It's gonna take doing things that you're not used to doing, changing up your habits, changing up your skills, changing up the things and the people in the group or groups that you're a part of. Because if you really wanna focus on you and you really wanna get to the next level, it is going to take change and it's going to take risk. So if you're not willing to take the risk in anything, that could be financially, doing something that you're not used to. That could be being in front of the camera and talking. That could be sales, right? Doing door to door. That could be really anything. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that requires change is going to put you in a winning position, because it's going to teach you what it's like to actually have to adapt and to be better. But if you're not going to take the risk and you're willing to only stay the same, it's going to hinder the growth in the position that you're supposed to be in. So, I don't know, just something else to think about, especially as we're trying to figure out what isolation really looks like. I just think that a lot of people, including myself, have had situations or going to have situations where you're trying to learn and having to focus on you, because God will put you in positions to grow, and what you do with those varies and depends on how much you grow at the end of the day. And like I said, man, and I'm gonna stress this enough, I don't know, maybe this is, y'all can let me know if this really does matter or not, but I don't really see the point of having all the details of everything. Like, I know some people are like genuinely curious people, so like y'all gotta know everything, or y'all gotta know, you know, key details, which there's no problem with key details, but knowing everything, you don't need to know everything. Like, let's be honest, you know what I'm saying? But I get it. I'm not everybody, and that's why I want y'all to let me know. Do y'all feel like having all the details is good for you and your mentality? And if so, please give me some topics that you feel like knowing every single detail is good. Because I'm genuinely curious. But anyway, that, and like I said, having isolation, because people are going to leave, situations are going to change, and just like I said, taking the risk. If you want to focus on you, you want to really level up, you got to take a risk somewhere in your life. Somewhere in your life, man. And at the end of the day, that's going to make who you want to be. That's going to really teach you if you're really willing to focus on you, or if you're just going to be talking and going through life, living the same routine, doing the same stuff. It's up to you, man. So it's really all I got for you on this video. I'm just gonna wrap it up. Like this video, subscribe to the channel for more content if you want to be better, if you want to get into more of a self-improvement mentality or routine. And until then, y'all, I will catch you in the next video. I'm gone.